Hi everyone, this is my Arpita. Today in this video, I will be telling you that how to prepare for an interview. Yes, if you have an interview coming up, so how you can prepare for that. Now before I proceed saying the steps, I would like to say you one thing. The mistake which we make generally in this situation is, for the whole year we do not even care to improve ourselves, but when we feel there is a need to do job, or when we feel that there is a need to change the company, that time only immediately we just see some of the points and we start focusing on those. Second mistake which we make is, if you have an interview coming up maybe in the next 15 days or something, so that time only you start preparing. So these two things are the major mistakes. Please do not make it. Why I am saying, let's take an example of an exam. Whenever you have an exam coming up, so that time you got the notice, you have exam after 7 days. So if you start studying from the first day, 7 days is there, first day study leave, from the first day study leave, if you start studying and open your book, would you pass? No. Even though if you pass, there are very few chances to pass. Okay, even though if you do so, you won't be getting the good marks. Similarly, interview is also an exam of the candidates. So that time if you start preparing in a rush, things not gonna work. Okay, so maybe you want to do job in a good company, that company you wouldn't be selected, but in another company you would be getting selected, but the pay is not that good. So you don't want that, right? So that's why I want to say, even if you do not have interview coming up, even if you feel like okay, it might happen, no, right now my job is fixed, I will be working here for 10-20 years, there is no any kind of job change. It might happen because life is unpredictable. So start preparing from now only. Just take it casually. Do not take it in a way that you have to prepare. Do not even think that it's preparation. Just take it lightly. Take it as a kind of learning thing. Okay, so now let's move on to the points. Yes, you should not apply for different kinds of job at different companies. At different companies you should not apply for different jobs at a time. Why I'm saying so, what happens when we are so desperate to get a job, so that time we just see, we do not even read the description well, we do not even read about the company well, and we hit the apply button. That time what happens, if the interviewer calls you, you won't be having any kind of idea which company is that or something. You do not have any clue about it. So don't do it. Even if you apply at once, at 5 companies or something, read the description well. Okay, go through the company about the achievements, what the company is all about, all the things you just go through, then you apply. Okay, so that at least if the HR calls you, or if from the company's end, if someone calls you, that at least you're able to understand, okay, this company it is that from I applied. Okay, so that idea you should have, so that you do. And in generic way also, this thing you do. And second way, in generic way, in general, if I say, then when you are going for an interview, whether it's an online interview, if you have online interview or something offline or telephonic, you research about the company well. Many a times we make a mistake. What mistake do we make? We make the mistake like we just only go through the things, whatever interview questions will be asked, and about our role, that's it. But actually that's not the enough. Of course those things are important, but also it's important that you research about the company. That's also quite crucial. Moreover, you should also go through the job description. Okay, so that's the thing you should do. First and 2 points I already said, and I said it together. First is research about the company, second is read the job description well. Now let's move on to the third one. Third one is practice common interview questions. Okay, so in the HR round when it's there, make sure that you practice the common interview questions. Common interview questions which are being asked in your profession. Okay, not in general way, not all the things. Like let's say that if you are someone who is into whatever profession, okay, into IT sector, if you're an engineer, or if you're a data analyst, whatsoever it is, whatsoever the profession you have, make sure that you do well research about it. If you are a person who is an engineer, just do research what kind of questions are being asked. Okay, so you just take help from the internet, or just you can ask your senior, ask your friend who has experience in this, and you do like that. Okay, make sure that you practice the common interview questions. You just write it down, all the questions in a notebook or wherever it is, you note it down, and after writing you create your own sample answer. Your own answer it should be, because why I'm saying, many a times it happens, we have lot of ideas to say, but just because of lack of preparation, we are not able to convey our thoughts in a well structured way. So that should not happen. You should not fumble, you should not get stuck, that situation should not come. So in order to avoid that, what you should do, you just write it down or pen down all the things, common interview questions, and just first question maybe, tell me something about yourself. You create your own answer. Okay, what you will be introducing yourself, why we should hire you. Just create your own answer, what you would say at that time, not in general way. Okay, you, only you the person, what you would answer. So how you can create the sample answer? By checking some of the examples from the internet, how others they represent their thoughts. In that way, similar way you do. Okay, and replace the things. Let's say hi, my name is, it's written Ria, so you change or replace that with your name, like that you do. Okay, so that would be better. Next one which you should do is practice your self introduction. Yes, self introduction, it is being asked in every kind of jobs. Okay, whatever the job is, this question will be asked 100%, I'm sure. Okay, so you make sure that you have your good self introduction, because self introduction is the first way creates a good impression, and it should not be too much in detail. Too much in detail, no, but moderate way. I mean, not too much, not too less also. Okay, and one another thing, some of the HR, they do ask also another question. Instead of saying the common thing, that instead of asking the same common question, that tell me something about yourself, they might also ask, tell me something about yourself which is not mentioned in your resume. So what you can say at this point, you can talk about your achievements bit more, you can talk about yourself, what you are as a person. Then you can talk about your family a bit, little bit, not going too personal. Talk about your interest, what topics do you have interest, and talk about your hobbies and why do you enjoy those hobbies, like those. Remember, the interest and the hobbies should align with your profession. It should not be completely out of the topic. Okay, and do not say your personal things. And when you talk about your achievements, make sure that you do not sound unnatural, you do not sound that as if you're bragging. Sound humble, modest. Next point that you should keep in mind is dress appropriately. You should dress appropriately, not too much formal also. You just dress as if you should look decent. Okay, you should not have highlighted hair or something like that. Even though if you have, just make sure that you tie your hair properly. Don't do over makeup before a girl. I already made a video related to that things a girl should avoid in an interview. Do not do anything excessive, just keep it simple. Wear clean dress, you should look clean. Okay, and like that way you should dress appropriately. How you can understand, you can just check some of the images from the internet, that how you should dress yourself, and that way you do so. Next one is, make sure that you prepare for both the rounds. It's like usually there are two rounds, HR round and technical round. It's not like in the HR round only you should give more importance and in the technical round you should not, and vice versa. No, it's not like that. Both are important, all the rounds are important. HR round, common interview questions, whatever I told you, you just do it. And in the technical round, your technical things are important. So make sure that you have good knowledge about the subject as well. Okay, so you do study regarding that also. So that's the reason I told you that these things cannot happen at the last moment. You need to do it every day in casual way, in a general way. Then only at that time things would be easier for you. Another point which is quite mandatory is your body language. Body language should be good. It should not like you should bend too much. You should be straight. You should not cross your arms. You should keep your arms open. Okay, and do not smile excessively. Keep a light smile. Again, too much seriousness is not good. Okay, and if you're a girl, do not sit like cross-legged. Do not sit in that way. If it's an offline interview, sit like this. Okay, so do not sit in this way like cross-legged. Okay, sit like this. Your legs should be like this. I will be putting the images, you will understand. I hope you have understood now. So do not do like that. And yeah, body language, it's really important. Observe yourself. If you have any bad habit, let's say biting nails, that you should control. Then many people have bad habit that they move their legs constantly when they are sitting. That it should not happen. Observe yourself and mark these things and try to control yourself. These things are like can happen only by you. No any person can do it for you. Okay, so someone can point it out. That just like the way I told you the examples, you see whether you have or not, and you only need to do. No one can do it for you. And the last one, which I feel is quite fundamental in order to prepare for an interview, is you carry your necessary documents. If it's an offline one, you should have the necessary documents like your resume, then or CV. Resume and CV difference already there on my channel. Link I will be providing in the description box, or there is a playlist by the name Interview Skills. It's already there. And your certification, your education, and your identity, like government identity, Aadhaar card, like that you should carry it. And the Xerox also you should carry, not the original one. Xerox you should carry. And yeah, okay. So like this you do, and these are the points, are the basic points. If you keep in mind, I think things gonna be sorted. And again, if you do not get selected somewhere, it's fine, no worries. Try to take it as a lesson, and you just observe instead of just feeling sad and crying over spilled milk. What you can do, you can just think about it, that what were your mistakes, what were the flaws you had, and try not repeating those next time in another company, or at that same company only if you wish to apply. And still, if you feel like there was nothing that you had any kind of flaw, then you think maybe better opportunities coming up. So like that you do. Be humble in the thing. Do not like the ego should not hurt you. Okay, so like that it should happen. So yeah, that's it. Hope you like the today's video. If you like, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Bye. Thank you.